Hey, what's up? Welcome to Black Weekend. Glad to be back. I'm here. This is Jared.
Chance.
Hi guys, it's Jasmine.
And we're back, guys. We're on hiatus.
We damn near went 2 months without filming another episode.
It's honestly
recording
Chance's
another
fault.
episode. My
It's
bad.
Chance's fault.
This
No one else
isn't
is
filming.
for him.
I know the difference.
It was definitely one of those things where I was like, we did it once, you know. I was glad we did it. But if it never happens again, that's equally as likely.
Yeah. Definitely. It started to feel that way because we scheduled like 2 or 3 times.
And Chance
even
canceled 2
even
or
today,
3
we had to
times.
go to a store get a working microphone.
Exactly.
I was even like, man, I'm about to go home. I'm not trying to be here all day. But we're here. We're filming the episode.
That's cool. And like I said, I don't know. One of the original reasons I was down to do this is because we chop it up and have so much fun anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If we're recording a podcast, it guarantees we're getting in a room at least trying to chill and hang out with each other.
You know.
So, like I said, this is Black Weekend. It's us three.
Episode 2.
Episode 2, the sequel.
Jasmine's so
Round 2.
Black.
Okay, I didn't say that. Like, we're not gonna slander my name.
Round 2. And so, for the first listeners, which is a lot of people, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Except for
massive fan base.
You know what? Shout out to the people who actually listened to our first episode.
Yep.
I really appreciate it. A lot of our friends.
Close friends, yeah.
Smart.
Exactly. And people
Loyal.
came through and
Major key alert.
didn't just bash us. So I actually was, I liked it.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's me and my friends. We like to talk about stuff, so we thought we'd record it and have a good time talking about it. So, unlike the first episode, my man Chance actually brought his homework with him, and we're going to be playing a game called. We'll explain it, Chance.
Okay, so first of all, shout out to a card game I like to play called Black Card Revoked. So this is like Cards Against Humanity, but more geared towards pop culture in the Black community. So Jared, Jasmine, and I have only played this like twice. It was like several months ago. Okay,
Alcohol was involved.
Alcohol was involved, yes.
Okay, so we're going to play a couple rounds. So everyone gets 2 black cards in this case. So all 3 of us are now getting 2 black cards.
Okay.
And then we draw a card. And the card is usually a question. Like, for example, you witness a fight. What do you do next? A, call the police. B, film it with your camera. C, break it up. D, yell world star. And then the other 2 players have to answer the question. And the person who drew the card gets to judge what the best answer was. So we definitely welcome y'all's input as our listeners. Okay. All right. Jarrett is going to go first. Jarrett, draw a card.
All right. First card, black card revoked. Okay. So, Chance, Jasmine, according to Mama, what does it mean if your hand itches? A, you got debt to pay. B, you're about to lose your hand. C, you need to wash your hand. Or D, you coming into
You got some money. You got some money.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right,
you got
bet.
some money.
All right, Jasmine
I lost my black card on that one. I guess
Jasmine did say it first.
Give me my card.
So hold on.
I get the card.
She gets the card.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God,
I was
they
like,
bought.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Chance to draw the card next.
I go. My dad never said that to me, but I just.
Yeah, no, that's the thing about black card revoke. Go ahead. We're gonna address this, I'm sure.
We're not gonna do this.
All right. Before he was a member of the Nation of Islam, what was Malcolm X called? A, Young Slim. B, Little Red. C, Brother Harlem. D, Detroit Red.
Detroit
C.
Red.
No, it's not. It's incorrect.
No, it's just
No.
Detroit
Has
Red.
the, ladies and gentlemen, has
Bro,
the answer on the
Bro,
card.
I was just kidding.
Malcolm
Like,
X's
just
name
relax.
was Detroit
Speaking
Red.
of Malcolm X,
Can't
I
wait
know-
for those frames to come
I
out.
know. I got me some Malcolm X glasses coming in. I actually didn't even realize it. My girl, shout out to Brooke, sent me
Wow,
a
look at that
glasses
loyalty.
recommendation, and she was like, "Yeah, I really think you should look good in these." And I was like, there's something oddly black about these.
It's going to be a bold look.
And then the second I show him the Chance and Jasmine, we're like, "What do y'all think?" The first thing, like, I don't think you can
That
rock
was
that.
shit.
Shit.
I
don't
literally
think you're
said
real nigga
Malcolm-
enough. Yeah,
That's not what I said.
Jasmine did say
Malcolm X vibes.
Malcolm X vibes.
I said,
But Chance went straight into the like, I don't think so.
I'm
Bro.
the
I
silence
said
of the
the
group.
key to rocking those glasses is having Malcolm X's bone structure.
He basically said your face is too
I
round.
think you're handsome, but you don't have Malcolm X's bone structure. Let's not.
He said you
let's
ain't my
not kid
nigga.
ourselves.
You know what? Let's go ahead and let Jasmine.
Jasmine, you're up next. She's drawing.
Yeah,
third
like
card.
honestly, like you really hit low. What's a good reason for not answering your phone? It's a bill collector. It's
All of the above.
It's, you didn't let me finish. It's your ex with some BS. The phone is cut off, or it's somebody asking for money. Those are your options.
It's all of the above.
Honestly, it is.
Is there an all
The right
No,
answer
there's
is
not.
Well, this is where it's the drawer's choice. So which
drawer's choice. I'm gonna say bill collector.
I'm gonna say the phone's cut off.
Actually, I'm gonna say all of the above. That's
It's an all of the above. Like there's no way around it.
exactly.
Like
I have lost all of my black cards, so now it is down to Jarrett and
Vanilla
Jasmine.
White.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's keep a running score of black card revoke. We'll play one round each. I don't even know if it's going to be in the podcast, but we'll just end it at one round each, and then as the score goes, it'll be like
Okay.
continuity.
So I've lost 2 black cards now.
You had I have 4. I ended the day with 4.
I only have 2.
She has 2. You'll have 0. So next time we start, we'll start that way. All right. So I think I'm gonna start off first with shout outs because it has been actually a little while. So my shout out is actually related to the Houston Astros winning the World Series. For those
I was shocked.
right?
I was shocked.
I wasn't.
I was happy for
When we
them.
lost the first game, I was like, well, you know, this is how it goes. This is Houston's story.
Here we go. For those of all who don't know, we are all from Houston. As we established last time, I'm from Houston the most.
Actually, had a little bit of a debate about that.
We had a debate. We started a debate, but then Jasmine just started screaming.
No, you said you were the most from Houston.
And he literally just said it again.
I
Like,
know.
he just
So I'm sure we all felt good to just see everyone in Houston happy.
Yeah.
Astros winning. Did y'all make it to the parade? I
No,
watched
I
the
was at
parade.
work. I was at work, but I saw the video. I saw like somebody dropping their hat and
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
all the way to the top of the parking garage.
And
It was
see,
awesome.
that's the thing about Houston.
Houston
man.
is actually pretty lit. Like
Right.
Exactly.
You see
And
these
like
other-
low key, like almost no people don't know that Houston is
Is
lit,
loyal.
It actually is. Like
And since we're all Southerners, it's lit in like a wholesome way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Up in Boston, I'm sure they're smashing cars. You know what I mean? And flipping stuff.
I'm sorry
over.
that he
Yeah.
offended y'all Bostonians, but
We lost
that's
the
what you
Boston
do.
market. It's okay. Actually, anti shout out to
tragedy.
Boston Market. Since I just happened to say that, I don't hate a place more
Then Boston
than
Market?
Boston Market.
the chicken was so good. What are you
No,
Where?
man.
Where?
There was a stretch where in my family we went to Boston Market
All the time?
every week,
And
just
it was just-
all the
My dad
time.
That
used to
same-
come
And it was the problem
watered
was.
down spinach,
Oh.
macaroni and cheese, and that cornbread.
Hold on, the cornbread
The
was
bread
pop.
was
The cornbread, I was like, the cornbread redeemed itself. The only thing I hated was that it was right next to the McDonald's. So we're driving home from church. We make that turn. I'm like, McDonald's. No. And we be pulling in the Boston Market.
And
All right.
you knew better to get attitude, though.
I did, yeah.
Exactly.
Just eating your food, all mad and stuff. But I will say that shout out to not the Astros, and I'm happy they won. It's just been a while since them. I'm shouting out the bootleg T-shirt makers at the corner seller selling bootleg Houston baseball championship.
I've seen so many fake world champion hats at corner stores. It's not even a joke. I almost thought about buying one because I'm like, they're selling it in Houston.
All right.
Who's gonna tell me it's fake? You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm happy
this
for the
is
hustle.
just as much a part of history as the actual merchandise. So who
I'm
cares?
happy for the hustle. I drove by, I think it was Voss. There was oh my gosh, this dude in front of a gas station and straight, I guess it built a pop-up. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was more than just a tent. It was legit, had structure to it. And I was just like, you know what?
Sizes
Good for them.
lined up and everything. Oh, you needed this one? This design?
What the Astros wouldn't affected the economy because a lot of people came into some cash.
Oh yeah.
So that's my shout out to the bootleg shirt sellers and the corner store sellers.
I want to shout out Elon Musk. He hinted at launching something ridiculous into space on the maiden voyage for the Falcon Heavy. If you don't know, the Falcon Heavy is a rocket that has 3 boosters on it. This is a point of contention between Jared and I, apparently. But yeah, he announced he's going to be launching his Tesla Roadster, playing Space Oddity on repeat to orbit around Mars. So shout out Elon for swinging his big private space dick.
Okay, wow.
I mean, I don't know how any other way to describe that. I mean, he's just flexing on everyone.
I mean,
let's be clear. I am, the more and more people listen to this, which I hope happens, people are going to realize that my views are very, very anti-rich white people. And let me separate anti-rich people, because I don't care really what your color is. But just the audacity to shoot your car into space and put it in orbit around another planet.
He said months in advance he was going to do something silly.
It's the dumbest thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I hate to pull out the starving kids in Africa card, but like, how does that make them feel better? Like, you should, hey man, that rich white guy just sent his car into space and it's gonna be playing his favorite song.
It puts us one step closer to living on Mars. I don't understand.
And they're still gonna be hungry.
Nah, like,
starving.
That's what I'm saying. There's just so much. Yeah, I get so mad just thinking about that. Like, who would do that?
We legitimately had an argument for like 2 hours.
I think I started.
It was like around midnight.
I think I was cussing Chance out.
It was heated, and I was like, "You can't be this serious, right?"
And
I was in tears laughing at one point. I swear to God.
All caps in a text message, which is basically the same thing. But dude, like, I'm not here for that, man. Like, there's too much going on for me to be excited about someone shooting their car into space.
Listen, Elon, if you're listening, Jared hates you. I love you. Keep doing you.
You know what? Elon listens to some like low key stuff. You know, like you ever seen him just like randomly respond to random niggas on Twitter and stuff?
Yeah, he's more down to earth than people think.
Listeners, you didn't do anything last week, but if you do something this week, tweet our podcast to Elon Musk. You never know what'll happen. Maybe it'll encourage him to not shoot his car into space. I'd be happy to be.
No, shoot your car into space. Listen, we were discussing possibly putting swangers.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, you know what?
If you want to do that, we're down for that too.
That's
keep living your life.
That's very sensitive. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you're going to be putting a car into space, make it of cultural significance, not just personal accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Put a car that's decked out, candy paint. You know what I'm saying?
How is a Tesla Roadster 2 not decked out? Like, off the line.
Oh, my God.
It's a regular sedan. It's a regular sedan in space.
Listeners,
don't.
Okay. You know what? We're just going to skip right on.
So
edit that.
That's my point. Houston, he's not from Houston, but let's say he was. This is the difference between Elon Musk and a real nigga. If Mattress Mac had the money to shoot something into space, I guarantee you it wouldn't just be his car.
It'd be a mattress. What the fuck you think?
But it would be like an important...
It'd be a whole living room set that he'd launch into space.
It'd be a mattress that he embroidered like the names of everyone in Houston into and sent it into space.
First off, Mattress Mac is an angel.
Thank you.
You're not going to diminish everything.
Listen, I'm not trying to take anything away from Mattress Mac. I'm just saying...
Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. This is a very pro Mattress Mac podcast. So and
you know what? Shout out Mattress Mac. All right.
Exactly. Go ahead. So what you're saying?
I'm just saying, I'm all for launching something sentimental into space. But again, this is the maiden voyage of the Falcon Heavy. What's the point of putting something sentimental on it and then the thing blows up on its way out of the atmosphere? You know what I'm saying? What's the point?
What's the point of shooting a car?
Maybe on the next one. Maybe on the next one they put something meaningful.
Hey, so let's plug our website. If you go to blackweekend.tumblr.com, after this podcast is up, we're going to put out a poll. It's going to be a poll. What should Elon Musk send into space? His personal car playing his favorite song, a decked out, I don't know, caddy playing swinging in the rain.
We just call it a slab. Let's just keep it simple.
I don't know if
it's not slow, loud, and banging.
Didn't we discuss a space alarm clock radio?
Or you know what? Or a space alarm clock radio, which I'll describe more. on the website.
So I was going to shout out DeWanda Wise. Not really sure what Jared's problem is, but DeWanda Wise is basically an angel on earth that I did not know until I watched She's Gotta Have It on Netflix this week.
You've got to tell me.
And I don't know why I can't just shout out my girlfriend without being interrupted. Why? Basically, she's an angel, and you're not gonna take that away from her. I learned a lot about myself from watching her, and She's Gotta Have It. And yeah, we could just jump right into She's Gotta Have It, but let's talk about the fact that Jared does not see the angelic qualities in her. I'm not gonna say that he thinks that she's ugly, because he doesn't.
I don't
Want to apologize for interrupting Jasmine earlier, and echo her point and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? How do you not find her? I think you said she was a 6 out of 10. How? Get your prescription checked. What?
It was a joke. He was exaggerating.
Here's the thing, man. DeWanda is just.
She doesn't make it move. And that's all it is.
Okay, yeah. I mean, very literally, yes. But for me, DeWanda is it's not. She's not unattractive, you know. It's just chances.
You ain't vibes.
And I guess honestly, Jasmine will probably relate to this too. There's a person before I dated Brooke. There is people you'd be walking down the street and you would see. And you would start thinking, how am I going to get that second look in? You know what I mean? You see him and you're like, okay, all right, if I turn slowly here, pretend like I'm looking at the clouds, checking my phone.
Is this a uniquely male experience, or is this the same for women too?
I'll stare at you and I have no problem letting you know that I'm looking
so you're
at
not
you.
trying to sneak a second look.
Nah, not at all.
Okay,
right.
Yeah, that's a man thing.
Oh, but you feel me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I know
but then there's the kind that you see and you just kind of go, okay. And keep it moving.
Exactly.
You know?
It's not worth
It's right, but there's some that you're like, I need to, examine. But so DeWanda is a very, very I'm happy for her. She's doing her thing, got her show and stuff. But for me, I just would never, and I'm sure she would never with me. So I wouldn't have to worry about that.
Definitely married.
None of us are 10s.
I wasn't
Jasmine's a 10. I'm sorry. She's
giving the side eye.
Jasmine's a 10. I'm just gonna speak for me and Jared and say we're not exactly 10.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm not. I was just I was a 15, but I'm not. Don't confuse.
Apparently, I'm the only one that's ugly as shit. Sorry, guys.
Don't confuse me not liking.
And that's why I phrased it the way that I did.
Right. I respect it. Tell me about She's Gotta Have It, because that looked interesting, but I don't know if I was ready for it.
I haven't seen the show yet.
So, and I told this to one of my other friends. I think that you would enjoy it, but I can't say for sure that y'all would enjoy it the way that I enjoyed it. Because it's actually very female positive. And very
females, I guess.
No, and was very pro-black as well.
Okay, cool.
Literally, she ends the first episode by saying Black Lives Matter.
What network is the show?
Netflix.
Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Did you ever see the original movie?
No.
It was so tough to get into.
That's the one in this black,
She's gotta have
black and white.
It's in black and white, and I struggled.
So the show is a reimagining of a movie that came out in what?
1996. Where you been at?
Do you know who
Spike Lee is?
I know.
I've never seen this movie.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, we know where you were in those years.
If Chance had a black card left to revoke, we would take another one from him. We're gonna keep that on the running score. Chance is at 0, so I don't want to put him.
-1.
I don't want to put him in the negatives.
I'm at -1 already.
But
yeah,
we're gonna keep that score right now at 0.
Double 0.
That was his pass. Every episode, we're gonna give one person a pass, and Chance just used his. All right, so I got into Insecure. How is it compared to Insecure?
It is Insecure.
Okay, gotcha.
Insecure and what other show? It's like Insecure from the perspective of Molly. More than Issa.
Gotcha.
Issa's trying to find herself.
Right.
But in this, Nola Darling knows exactly who she is,
That's what
she
I'm saying.
wants.
And it looks like she knows what she wants, and she's got to have it. We're invoicing Netflix because I'm putting in work right now.
Just literally froze. Just so disgusted. Wait, no, I mean it's actually very, like I said, very female positive. There's no like, it has some very interesting takes on things that occur in Black culture and how females perceive themselves and how they're seen by men, both Black and of all races as well. And it just shows like a different way to live, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the traditional idea of a monogamous one-on-one relationship.
And you vibe with that?
Definitely vibe with that.
We'll put your social media info.
No, we're not. Social media, get all blocked.
In the podcast. We'll put it at the end. I'm sure some people are going to be listening to this. But I feel that, you know what I like? I haven't watched Gotta Have It, but what I'm encouraged by is that if you look around, like Gotta Have It, Insecure, ABC is turned into the Minority Network. They got Fresh Off the Boat, Blackish. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I feel that black TV is turning more than just into like just BET and UPN and WB, where you had your sitcoms that only niggas knew about, you know? Right. Yeah. Like, I'm liking that we're seeing high quality shows that still show our perspective, but is, you know, getting the recognition and the platform it deserves and not just secluding us to, because Netflix put some money into Gotta Have It, right?
I'm assuming so.
Right? It looks well produced.
Dang, what's the other one? Dear White People.
Dear White People. I haven't started watching that yet, though. Is it good?
Is it good?
Okay.
You have to start watching.
Okay.
We're not going to spoil it for you.
Okay.
I will. It's fantabulous.
Is that how do you say that guy's name? Ta-Hitzi Coates? Wow. I'm not going to further.
Sorry that he's butchered you.
Because I don't want to lose any black cards. But I definitely got to check that out. But I'm happy, like shows like Insecure, HBO poured money. That girl Issa was
a YouTuber.
Right, a YouTuber who just had a good voice and had an opportunity. I'm not saying, and I don't think people could have got that opportunity in the past, especially minorities. And so that's what I like about where we're at in 2017 is that I feel
everyone has a voice.
Right. Black TV isn't just Black TV, like turn on BET. Like I can see Black TV on HBO, on Netflix, on ABC. I don't know if NBC knows that Black people exist just yet, but we're making our way.
It was about getting representation everywhere, not just on the Black network.
Right, and we did it in music. Like cool music is Black music. Period.
Yeah. Sorry.
The Weeknd, Beyonce, Daniel Caesar. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Daniel. Hip hop is pop music now. You know what I'm saying? And so white kids want to be Black when it comes to music. Pretty soon we're going to control TV. We already took over sports. We had the presidency.
This year's Vans Warped Tour is the last one because white kids like trap music more than
I'm actually so glad Vans Warped Tour is.
Why are you so? Why?
It's just for me.
You know what? You never vibe with that music.
No, I really did, but you did.
I did.
I'm calling you out.
I do.
Too many Vans Warped
You've been to a Vans Warped Tour?
Look at him.
Yes. And honestly, I'm kind of planning to go to the last one because it's the last one. Yeah. Even though I'm like probably 10 years older than the demographic they're going for.
No, I would. No, man, I can't.
You should go.
I can't.
You should go. Just experience it
Have
once.
you never been to a Vans Warped Tour? A single one?
I haven't either.
Why would I do that?
That's not my. I mean, it's my vibe, but it's not my vibe to be around.
Okay,
that.
you didn't like any white people music?
I didn't like Vans Warped Tour white people music, but I probably like the whitest music here.
He listens to folk music.
I listen to folk music and like Americana stuff and stuff like that, but like
he doesn't vibe with.
You know what I don't like about Vans Warped music? Like, what are those bands like?
It's pop punk generally.
Yeah. Like that whole voice vocalization thing that they do.
So you were not Panic at the Disco fan.
Yeah, Patrick Snub, if you're listening to this, we apologize for the slander.
That is so annoying to me. Like
Jared,
what is Kevin saying? Right, sing with your chest. Like I want him to sing it. And I'm just like, I
want to apologize.
Drive off the road when I hear music
all of
like
the pop punk fan listeners.
I literally just want to just run myself over if possible. I try not to speak on that too much because I appreciate everyone's different music taste.
Sure.
But that's straight trash to me.
Okay.
Straight trash.
Okay. He's just completely invalidated. That's all.
Straight trash
Okay.
to me. I can't stand it. No. Back. Oh, wow, we really got off. I feel like I'm happy with where Black TV is at and where Black actresses are at. And speaking of Black actresses, we had a girl come up. She was already doing just fine, but she got a ring. They put a ring on it. Meghan Markle. I'm sure all of you are aware by now that Meghan Markle, the former star of, what was that? Was it Suits? Who knows?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Suits, White Collar, one of those AMC TNT shows. I personally think she's one of the most attractive women to have ever existed. You can at me on that one. And she was dating, what's the guy's Harry? What's his last name? Prince Harry. I just realized, anyone knows what's their last name?
You were right about Suits. She was also in Horrible Bosses. I don't know Prince Harry's last name.
I know is it of Edinburgh? Since his dad,
they have weird names.
Since his dad's the Duke of Edinburgh.
I'm doing it right now.
Let's do your world.
Henry Charles Albert David.
Those are all first names. But anyways, they are now engaged to be wed, and I'm happy. Like, I know a lot of people.
Black royalty.
Right, I know a lot of people, and I'm waiting to hear what y'all have heard from your friends and just online and stuff.
Yeah.
Are upset for some reason or don't like her. But I mean, I don't get it. I really just don't get it. I need someone to explain why there's even controversy.
So my girlfriend Jackie, she was telling me her mom said she was like criticizing Prince Harry for like lowering himself by marrying a commoner who wasn't a virgin, and I was like,
I didn't know where that was going.
That's a level of criticism that's like you got to go way out of your way to do the mental backflips for that. But
I thought you were going to say black girl at first.
Oh no.
I don't think she would have told him that if that was the case. I just would keep that secret.
Her parents are wonderful. They're not racist. No.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not even.
No, okay. So is it the marrying a commoner thing? Wasn't Kate Middleton like a commoner? Kate Middleton?
No, I think there's a society in the country where
she's
you're
an American. Yeah,
you're prepared for. And
she was
Megan was just
but she was like.
For all we know, he could have met her on Tinder, and that was like how they got together, and that's not royal.
Well, let's be clear. Henry's never going to be king, nor is because he's the second son.
First off,
yeah, I don't know the lineage, but he's pretty far down, I believe.
His dad is still a prince.
His dad is a prince when Elizabeth dies, which
she
doesn't look like what happened this century.
Yeah.
He's gonna die before her.
Right. If he were to ever,
I'm sorry, that was
if she were to ever die, their father would become king. Charles would become king. Then after Charles, what's Henry's brother's name?
You know, we're just gonna look up the whole.
Dang, guys, we really don't know anything about British royalty.
It's not my business to know.
It really isn't. We got rid of that 200 and something years ago. That's what the American Revolution was for.
Yeah, I don't know how this family structure works. Like, they have a whole site dedicated to it, and
what's Henry's brother's name? Henry and Kate Middleton and.
I thought it was Henry and Charles.
It's Charles Jr. Prince Charles. Prince Charles is Elizabeth's son.
Prince Henry, the Duke of York. I don't know how this works.
Look at them. Why are you looking at images? Just go to Google and type in Prince Henry's brother. I don't understand why it's taking that long.
You literally live on a computer all day, and you couldn't do this.
I was trying to get the whole.
That's a pet peeve of mine. This is another anti-shout out. We got to find a word for that. But people who Google wrong. You ever seen somebody like, hey, can you Google this for me? And then you're looking at what they're typing in. William. That's what it is. So, okay. It's Elizabeth, Charles, William, then William's son. I don't even know his name. We're not doing that. Then Henry. So Henry's not going to become.
Henry? Who's Henry?
Prince Harry. His nickname's Harry.
No, it's definitely Harry. I don't know what his name is.
It's Henry.
We have butchered this Meghan Markle segment. But anyways, I'm happy for him. Whether he's a commoner, I'm happy. Wait, whoa. She's going to have to denounce her citizenship, right? No, she won't have to denounce citizenship. She can just never hold public office. I think that's what it is.
His name is Harry.
It is Harry, I know.
I think she can have dual citizenship.
She can have dual citizenship.
Yeah.
And
Not
she
She
can
doesn't have
be
to pay taxes.
and she
twice
can be a
and stuff.
royal. Well, she won't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
But I guess she will have to pay
If
taxes.
you want dual citizenship, you have to pay taxes in both places.
So like I feel like she she could just never hold public office. That's what it is. Because she's royalty now.
Yeah.
Jasmine, what's your thoughts on Megan? You're the only black woman here. I feel like we haven't let you talk.
I don't care.
You don't care?
Like, that sounds rude. Like, I mean, let them do them.
I agree.
Did not know who she was before this. I don't watch Suits. I don't watch. Like, I'm not a
Me
TV
neither,
person.
really.
Like, I don't. It's not that big of a deal to me. I don't care how little black she is. We all know about the one drop rule. Like, she's black. Let her do her.
Exactly.
She
You're
ain't.
right.
She's not pressed about being black or not being black. He's happy. We knew he was gonna marry somebody black.
Yeah.
It
The rumors.
it was very apparent his wife was gonna be black. Like, there was, and he found the one that could pass for both. And he's like, hey, look, he's still
And here's the
black.
thing.
He saw that coming.
There's so many. You brought up so many good stuff. First of all, let me address the people talking about her dad is white. Like, who cares?
Exactly.
If this, unfortunately, if this had been a few hundred years ago, or
She would have still been dead.
they still would have had her out in the, or they wouldn't have had her out in the
No,
field.
she'd be
They would have had her in the house.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? She definitely wouldn't have been of high standing.
Wouldn't make a difference.
So whatever she chooses to call herself, I don't care. I really don't. I'm happy she's one of us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, she had a black mom.
We made it to the council.
This is for all the people who are upset. Just remember, she had a black mom. Like, that's what it comes down to, really.
She probably got that
We
head
are
smacked
in
to a wall a
the
couple times.
palace.
Exactly.
We got there.
Don't you do it.
And then what you said about what did she say about it? You said something after the black thing. Oh, okay. And then what you said about Harry being down for the cause, you heard he's not inviting Trump to the wedding, but the Obamas are getting that invite. And just the other day, he invited Obama to the palace just to chill. Damn, nigga, like you. that's what I'm talking about. Like, you saw him meet Obama, they dapped up and stuff. And I was like, oh, we made it.
Yeah,
Like,
we made it.
next
We're in
thing,
there.
oh, how crazy would it be? This will never happen, but let's just fantasize. What if all the British royals just start marrying black people, and 50 years from now, half the royal family is black? I'm ready for that.
London would flip upside down.
Royals.
There are
royals,
still
they
some
don't
racists
exist
there.
anymore.
Right. They'd be like, "Oh, what royals? We never had a king. I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, they would not stand for
Slitting
that.
people's throats.
So I'm happy that Harry is one, showing the world who really deserves respect when it comes to American leadership. And I'm happy that he's down for the cause. We don't have any black cards to send him currently, but here's my question to you: Is Harry invited to the cookout?
Yes.
No, I'm not doing that.
Whoa! I
No.
think this is cookout worthy.
Listen.
How is this not
Listen.
cook-off worthy?
Cookout.
Because, everybody's been getting invited.
You're right.
Everyone's been getting invited
Listen,
who does not deserve it.
I agree with you.
I agree.
He's not invited because he's posting, okay?
Yeah. Good call. Good call. I agree.
Cook out at the palace this year, folks.
Yeah, so I'm appreciating just the black recognition from Americans and British royalty. Oh, and black recognition from the Grammys. Did y'all see the Grammy nominees came out this week? And I believe it was all that were nominated for Record of the Year.
All black man and a woman.
Were of African or minority descent. No white people, basically.
No,
It was a white female.
Yeah, there's
White female.
I forgot her name.
Who?
Hold on.
Was it for Song of the Year or for Album of the Year? One of those.
I can't. I don't remember. I'm talking about Record of the Year.
Record. Wow. We don't all still listen to finals, Jared.
No. That's just the name of the category. They don't call it. It's okay.
Lord
Okay.
for melodrama. She's nominated for best record.
That's best record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Record of the
Okay.
year. Album
So
of the year.
album of the year is. Oh no, she's. Dang it. Lord always effing things up, man. We were so close.
That's great though. Why?
No, it's not great because if Lord wins this, it's
You already know what it's going to
It's
do.
proof that the Grammys need to just shut it down,
True.
hand over the
What
mantle.
do you think should win?
So here's the nominees. We got Bruno Mars for 24 Karat Magic. This is album of the year. 24 Karat Magic, Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love, Jay Z, 444, Kendrick Lamar, Damn, and Lord Melodrama.
So out of those options, Kendrick or Bruno, to be honest. And that's just me because I vibe with it.
Listen, so we need to recognize that the Grammys, it's not about like, it's difficult to objectively, quantify music. But the Grammys is the furthest thing from that. It's about whatever had the most popular effect.
It's not even about popular. It's just about what the voters are feeling because they decide,
which reflects in general
popularity.
what the popular effect.
But also, not
Bruno Mars is not to be forgotten about.
Right, but it's also narrative. It's also narrative, and I feel Grammy voters and their whatever it is, they know they snubbed Kendrick multiple times, right? Because he lost he lost Good Kid, Mad City to Macklemore, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Yep.
And then who did he lose to Pimp a Butterfly to? It was something crazy.
No,
it wasn't Iggy Azalea. They would have burned the place down. But you know what I'm saying? Then he lost to Pimp a Butterfly to somebody, and they're tired of getting online and seeing people comment like Grammys are racist. Kendrick should. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick gets the win. Because every white person heard Humble. Everybody heard DNA, which has, I think, the
only
beat
one
switch
song
of
on that album that I
2017.
did not listen to.
The story behind that track is just amazing.
Fill us in.
So apparently Kendrick finishes the track. I think DJ Mustard was on the beat for that track.
Mustard on that beat.
And he just keeps going. Like, he just kept going a cappella. You're right. And so Mustard was like, we're not cutting this shit off. I'm about to make a beat to go with that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's such a good story.
Yeah. So I think Kendrick is going to get it. Record of the year, I think, will be Redbone by Childish Gambino.
Kendrick got snubbed by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Butterfly. Let's establish something. As much as this is pro Mattress Mac, this is anti Taylor Swift.
No, like, in all seriousness, like, she
has not done anything redeemable in my eyes. And I've given her so many chances. For me, it's really, and y'all are going to disagree. I no disrespect to Kendrick Lamar. I loved Damn, but it's going to be a toss up for me between Awaken My Love and 444.
I don't think Awaken My. I think Redbone. No. I think Redbone is going to get recognition.
Is that nominated for Best Single?
That's what I just said. Best record. Redbone's going to win Best Record, but I don't think Awaken My Love is going to win Best Album.
Yeah, I think Redbone should win.
Redbone is definitely, I think, a shoe-in, especially with Get Out. It was in Get Out, so white people just seeing that and hearing that left and right.
Yeah.
So I think it'll win. What is it? Well, I forgot about Despacito.
Nobody actually likes that song though.
White, you got
no one actually likes that song.
I was in a car with a white girl just last weekend on the way back from the Renaissance Fair. Guess what she wanted to hear?
Interesting.
Jasmine, you really?
Yeah.
It did just. We're not gonna put that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But I was.
Wait, what? Wait,
you were at Ren Fair last weekend?
Yeah.
I think I went to Ren Fair. It was either last weekend or 2 weekends ago.
I don't. What is questionable here?
We're not gonna get into it. We're gonna spare you. But white people, Jasmine, white people do love Despacito.
Yes.
Like, I've been in crowds where it starts at like and people.
No, it's I'm telling you. Listen. It's not that they enjoy it. It's been programmed in their brain.
Right.
No, wait. That's their Get Lit song. So they hear that and they automatically get drunk. That's all it is. Right. No one actually wants to listen to it. And these are the people
are voting. That's what I'm telling you.
And unfortunately. Yeah.
I think SZA's up for Best New Artist. I don't see how she loses to Lil Uzi Vert, Khaled.
No, she's not.
I don't even know who Julia Michaels is. I'm assuming she's a country singer.
Wait, who's winning? Wait, what are our options?
SZA this is Best New Artist. SZA, Julia Michaels, Lil Uzi Vert, Khaled, and Alessia Cara.
Khalid. Ooh, wait, that actually might be difficult.
SZA.
For y'all, it's simple, but you have to remember, like, oh man, Alessia
Cara. Yeah, but she didn't really have just like major hits.
Wait, didn't she do the theme song for Moana? One. I guess a rap. She got it.
Yeah, but I don't know if people really know that that's her, do they?
But SZA is very
SZA's
urban.
like
It's
a
urban.
cultural thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you thinking about that, I'm thinking about, like, overall.
Best R&B performance. This is a wrap. I think the right answer is Daniel Caesar and Kali Uchis "Get You" because that's the R&B song of the year for me. But all the nominations are, how you pronounce this? Kalani?
Yeah.
Distraction.
Kaylani? Oh, Bobby.
How do you say this? Ladisi? Hi. Bruno Mars, That's What I Like, and SZA The Weeknd. We
know exactly what's winning, and it's Bruno. Stop playing yourself.
That was Brooke's low-key favorite song of the summer. We'd be driving and I get in the car and she'd be like, "Stays by the fire at night."
That's not her favorite line. It's not.
Don't send this one to the parents, Brooke. But that is her favorite line. That and then watermelon. Is a watermelon? What is it? The watermelon sign or champagne on ice or something? She likes. That's all she would sing.
Strawberry champagne.
Strawberry. Chance, look at Chance. There we go.
How could I not know it? I've heard it 400 times.
Okay, don't act like you don't enjoy it.
Bruno.
I don't.
What?
Every time I've heard the song, it's been in an Uber.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason I heard it.
Sorry, Uber. Can y'all change up your music?
But I mean, let's be real. And if there's anyone who's ridden in an Uber more in Houston, I don't know, because
just Chance.
Chance is paying a lot of Uber drivers.
I'm trying to get that Uber Platinum status.
College funds. Do they really have like loyalty points in Uber?
They have credit card now.
And that's how you know. I know Uber a lot.
But okay, back to Bruno. Jasmine brought something up not too long ago that I disagree with on a human level.
I didn't bring it up, but okay.
And why don't you read the tweet? Do you still have that tweet?
No, I don't have it.
Paraphrase it or something, because I can't even discuss it anymore.
Someone mentioned something about if Chris Brown had never beat up Rihanna, would there ever be comparison of Bruno to Michael Jackson?
Listen. So wait, is this supposed to suggest that Chris Brown could then be compared to Michael Jackson?
Yes.
If he hadn't beat.
And that's what's wrong with this on every single level. Let's dissect that. First of all, if there's a conversation whether or not Bruno Mars is comparable to Michael Jackson, it's over.
Done.
Stop it right now. If you're listening,
nothing to discuss.
And those thoughts have come through your mind, it's Michael Jackson, and it's not even.
Michael
close.
Jackson set the wave. Bruno Mars wrote it.
Exactly.
He's still writing it to get checks.
Even if, I'm so angry. Even if Bruno just kills it for the next 20 years, he's behind MJ because MJ started when he was 8.
Exactly.
The greatest pop sound.
He used to be in a group.
Sound. Sound like I'm tuning up in a. The greatest pop song of all time is "I Want You Back" by the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, and he hadn't even hit puberty yet.
Right.
Bruno been singing with his sisters forever since he was like 5.
Name one song. That's my point.
No one can think of anything before the Lazy Song.
I can name ABC. I Want You Back. The Love You Saved. Ben. That's what I'm saying. Michael, it's not even close. Right. And then, that's back at Chris Brown.
Stop. Let's not even do it because I know how you feel. I know how you feel. And I know how I feel.
But they don't know how we feel.
But we need to discuss this as content for the podcast.
I don't think
you can edit out me saying that because I shouldn't have to say it.
I don't think Chris Brown. We're not even getting into all the controversy stuff. I think when he was young, like what's that song? Yeah, that's a banger. You know what I'm saying? And what's the other one? What's the other one?
I can only think of that and the song that they had in
Trying to Get to You, that monkey. What's that song?
It was T-Pain.
Yeah, I don't think
that wasn't him.
I don't think that was Chris Brown.
Oh, okay.
Run It.
That's what I'm thinking.
And then there was
with Juelz Santana.
Oh man, what was the name?
Ain't No Way. Young Love. Poppin'. Like y'all not about to sit here.
So
here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Poppin'. Okay. Here's the thing. As when it comes to child R&B sensations, Chris Brown is probably the biggest one of the last 20 years. I'll give you that.
Forever. That one was a big
I
one.
hate it forever.
Everyone played that in their weddings.
That's
and it
when
made
it
me
changed.
sick.
That's when he.
Because that YouTube video.
Yeah, we all saw that.
I think. Yeah, I just. Chris, it's just
he doesn't do it for you, and that's fine.
Right, and the consistency is just not there.
Oh, okay.
What was that one where he was trying to rap? Look at me now. That's trash. Absolute garbage.
I appreciate when some R&B artists try to rap. I think
so y'all appreciate
really
Lemon.
Well.
Y'all appreciate Rihanna and
I
Lemon.
think Bobby Valentino has done it really well, but
Excuse
Chris
me?
Brown.
Bobby what?
So
Bobby who?
Valentino.
What did he do?
He has raps before.
What?
Moving on.
Yeah, so I just don't feel Chris, even just on a musical level, should ever be put in that category. But to insist that we should feel pity on him because he beat up Rihanna.
No, I don't think it's that it was the pity portion. I think that it was once he did that, any debate about him was ceased. That's what it was.
Listen, if he had continued on the trajectory he had created with those lighthearted, fun, poppy songs, he still wasn't coming anywhere close to Michael Jackson. Wasn't gonna happen.
All right, well, y'all have a great night.
I
don't know what else to say.
Like Michael Jackson was a pop visionary. We have songs like Forever and songs like what was on 24 Karat Magic because of Michael Jackson.
Right. I don't think that they're
Chris
saying,
Brown and Bruno
I don't
Mars
think
were
that they're
never
saying
gonna,
that they're better than Michael Jackson. I think it was the more
I thought the
comparison of
Bruno Mars versus Michael Jackson.
No, that wasn't it. And like y'all was really going ham, and I let you do what y'all wanted to do.
Regardless of what they're saying, this is what I'm saying. I'm a fan. This is what I say. I prefer Bruno Mars to Chris Brown. Period.
And we know why.
And you're right. It's because he didn't beat up his girlfriend. I agree. You're right.
Bruno's a cokehead, though. I mean, there's that.
Bruno Mars isn't
okay, yeah, he's a cokehead, but I mean,
everyone has their vices in life, right?
Yeah.
And we hold.
You're right.
Artistically speaking, I don't know if I can go with Bruno Mars over Chris Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Name your favorite Chris Brown song of the last 3 years. 3 years.
For the last 3 years, nothing.
That's my point. You at least have.
I've liked some of his features, but
you at least like, what was that? Uptown Funk.
Nobody liked that. Just got stuck in your soul.
You didn't like Uptown Funk?
No.
The only reason
it just made me want to listen to Trinidad James. That's every time I heard it.
I just sing that, the Trinidad James parts.
Yeah.
So when it says, don't believe me, just watch, I just go, nigga. I don't know, I'm just singing the original. Don't believe me, just watch, nigga. Don't believe me, just watch, nigga. Trinidad James, didn't he get paid because of that?
Yeah.
That's the come up.
No doubt.
Trinidad, we love you.
Okay, but I think it's appropriate that we're talking about Chris Brown and his past missteps with women, because I feel I am violently, and this isn't a surprising stance, but I am utterly disgusted by Hollywood and how they allowed the sexual assault, and not just Hollywood, the entertainment industry, sexual assault to get to what it is. Like, I'm happy. Like, I feel like a lot of people, and I'm glad that these people are getting called out and taken down and fired, but at the same time, I'm upset. Like, how long was
allowed it to get this far?
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the most recent one, since the taping of this podcast,
Matt Lauer.
We honestly, by the time this goes up, there might be another one.
Exactly.
But Matt Lauer got fired for inappropriate sexual.
One of the last people I expected.
Well, that's because you don't know anything about Matt Lauer. Yeah. I guess. Homeboy is a
pervert.
Is horrible. It's trash. It's trash. Every female co-anchor that he's had, once he stopped liking them, he got rid of them forcefully. Matt Lauer is a piece. I'm trying not to swear. Matt Lauer is a piece of shit, man. And it's one of those things. Like, looking back, the second I heard I was like, you know what, that makes sense. And it's just one of those things. How many more people out there are Matt Lauering, and we're just allowing it to happen?
When had accusations come out before his latest accusation where he was fired?
That's the thing. This is the thing. No accusations.
That's why I was shocked, because I was like, he's hosted the Today Show. He's had this bright, shiny image.
But
I had never heard anything.
No
it was
accusations.
just the cringy stuff that he was doing.
It's not just the cringy stuff.
But where was that it to light before the actual firing.
It's not just his.
Everyone had accepted it.
It's not just his. I'm not talking about the sexual behavior. It's his overall misogynistic actions towards women is well documented. Well documented. The way he treats women in the workplace has just been evident for a long time now.
Anybody who has a hidden notch on their desk to lock their office door from the inside so no one can come in. You didn't know that?
No.
He literally he was like Dr. Evil, spin around in the chair. Okay, now that you're in here, click and lock you in there.
So they're part.
Damn, she's out bullshitting. Miami Herald. What was the lock button Matt Lauer had under his desk? Fuck.
Also on that, just look at the previous female co-host that he had, and every time one of them is forced out, the word on the street is always Matt Lauer
pushed him out.
Ann Curry spent her entire life. She's very accomplished and did way more than host the Today Show. But a big part of what she wanted to do in life was host the Today Show, and Matt Lauer just didn't like her. And so he pushed her out, which I guess if you got the clout, you could do what you want to do. But it didn't just stop with Matt Lauer. There was rumors about him pushing out Tamron Hall. What's the other one? I wish I watched the Today Show. It was after, I think, Meredith Vieira. What's her name?
Natalie Morales.
You know what I'm saying? Just every time, there's always something like they would leave and no one would ever speak glowingly about his relationships with females. So... And I think it's the fact that they fired him so fast. We know something was up. You know,
they had protected him for too long. They're like, listen, we can't.
The host of the show that morning found out like an hour before they went live. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if there was any doubt in NBC's mind, his contract is so ironclad that they would not have just fired him so quickly because they knew they would have lost that money. But they must have. Hey, Matt, you've been a dick. It's coming out. You know what we got to do.
Yeah.
And the fact that we haven't heard Matt be like, I'm suing.
Yeah, I was looking for a statement. I still have.
He did have a statement, and I think he just said he apologized. Like, he just kept it simple. Like, why lie?
Yeah, he kept it simple, but he didn't come out. He didn't say he was gay like Kevin Spacey. It's been a while since we recorded this.
By the way, I'm gay.
But
I'm a piece of shit. I'm also gay.
Oh man, I wish I had done this before the show. And maybe I wish I had done this before the show. It's gone through and just since last recording, how many people we've found out are just total assholes.
I think the whole phenomenon of the blow up in Hollywood began right after our first episode.
I think it was right.
Literally everyone that has been announced was after our first episode. It's been crazy.
We got Louis C.K. jacking off in front of every female comedian.
Who, I will give him an ounce of respect back that he just came on Twitter and was like, "Yeah, I've been doing this, and I learned too late that I shouldn't have been doing it."
And
but also, why didn't you just know ahead of time that you just shouldn't be jerking off?
And that's a good point. That's a good point. But you know what? Someone and it was actually, I wish I had a Twitter username, but it was a woman who pointed out that I was eager to say Louis, he did it the right way. He just owned up to it. But she did point out, she's like, hey, women have been saying this for a long time, and he has consistently denied it until people actually banded together and said, it happened this.
Yeah.
And then it was only then that everyone knew about it, that he was so gracious and so understanding and apologetic. So I don't know. Chance is right. You should know not to just be like, hey, can I jerk off in front of you?
And his cop out is, he was talking about how he's never done it without someone's consent. Sure. But when there is like a power structure there.
Right.
And you are over someone, like simply asking, hey, can I pull my dick out and jerk off in front of you is not just a question anymore.
Right.
Like you are creating a situation. You're creating a predicament where people are questioning, well, is this worth losing my job? Is this worth losing my 401k? I've got kids to put through college. It's not okay.
And
it's not appropriate.
I feel horrible for those people because I'm not even gonna lie to you. My initial response is like, all right, I understand that these guys are doing bad things, but like I feel like there's a lot of women that I looked up to that I'm kind of let down that they didn't come out and just say like, hey guys, these dudes in Hollywood are assholes, you know what I mean?
They couldn't.
And they couldn't.
Right. but they didn't like.
And they got shut down.
Right.
You're right.
They chose the money over.
Well,
yeah, it's not
they
fair to
chose
say
their lifestyle.
It's not fair to say why didn't y'all come out.
You're right, and I feel bad for thinking that.
Come out.
But you're right. It was an environment where they couldn't come out, and that's just what I gotta understand. And that's why I just feel bad about the whole thing. I tell you one thing. Let's just be clear. If I don't even know what to say. It's just horrible, man. What's going on? I don't agree with it. Obviously, this isn't a heroic stance I'm taking, but I'm not feeling it. Hey, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hey, thanks for listening to Black Weekend. You can listen to us on iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you listen to your podcast. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Black Weekend Pod or on Tumblr and SoundCloud at Black Weekend. Thanks. Welcome back. Hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. One topic that we didn't address was, did y'all catch Jay Z? I guess he gave like some sit down interview. I don't even know the guy's name. And he got really personal. He talked about his relationship with Kanye. He talked about his struggles in his marriage in a very, I would say, personal and intimate level. I mean, considering the secrecy him and his wife have. But before I get into it, Jasmine, what do you, just let's do some level setting. Where do you stand on Jay Z, Jasmine? What's your opinion on Jay Z?
One, I think he does really good things.
Okay,
that's cool. I think that what he did to his wife was hella messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And he should have known better more than anyone else,
right,
after being there, watching how she saw her own parents' marriage fall apart from the same exact thing. And to me, like, first off, I feel like there's only like a couple of reasons why people would cheat. One, you don't care. Two, you're in a power struggle. That's pretty much it for me. You feel like, for whatever reason, you're not on top in your relationship, whether it's marriage, girlfriend, whatever, boyfriend, and you feel the need to get some power back. And I feel like that's probably why he did what he did. I don't care what anybody says. His name does not gain the recognition that Beyonce's does. Whether or not y'all agree with that,
no, it's
fine.
The truth.
But it's
like
true.
She's probably the most famous person on the planet.
I feel like he did it more out of a power struggle, which makes it 10 times worse, like I said, because...
You really think it was about that? About their careers? About her following?
I absolutely feel that way.
Interesting.
You know what I think?
Because...
go ahead.
I'm sorry, but you watched your wife take her parents' divorce. You saw how that affected her. Yeah. You saw how that affected that family. And yet a couple of years later, or around the same time frame, who knows, you did the exact same thing to her that could have ruined your family. You saw what the outcome of cheating was, and you literally did not give 2 Fs about it, and you still did it. What's your reasoning behind it?
Well, I feel like you talked a lot about
it. Still care about her. That's somebody you actually love. Why would you hurt her again? Why would you reopen the same wound that someone else just ripped open? At the age of 30, 30, she should not be finding out that pretty much anything that she ever knew about her father was a lie. I don't know how she could have handled that well, privately. He was the one that she went to console her in that situation, more than likely. And you took her pain and you literally took a knife, cut her back open, and kept stabbing at her. I feel like it's a power struggle because that's when she was at her, starting to actually climb at her height, and left him behind.
I'm not willing to subscribe why he did it, or because I just don't know enough about them. I did that. What you're saying does make a lot of sense. I will say this though, whatever his reasoning was, it was wrong.
Pretty effed.
It was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Which I think he admits.
Which is right, cool, but at the same time,
to get to that point?
At the same time,
no, admitting it doesn't, negate the terrible act that you've done just because you admit to it,
And I hate to say it like this, because all women should be respected in their relationships, and men should be, but everyone should be respected in their relationships. But I can't emphasize this enough. It's Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't get it right for Beyonce, who can you get it right for?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm thankful. I've shout out Brooke. I found my personal Beyonce, and so I don't want to hurt them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Jay Z, Jasmine, ringing in. Is Jay Z attractive? He's not an attractive nigga, right?
Listen, I don't conventionally attractive. No, I think.
But is he
watching his growth and how he's built himself up from where he was?
He's not Chris Brown, is what I'm saying, right?
Okay, well, no.
He's no pretty boy.
Right. So, and it's more than about looks, but I'm just saying, all put together, he lucked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Struggle.
So it shouldn't. I'm just gonna say it. Common sense. You should never be. If you're with Beyonce right now, everything should be about what she wants and her satisfaction.
But
F your needs.
We also don't know Beyonce as a person, though.
I don't care.
I mean, I hear you, but that matters to some people. A lot of people, like
but
what the person is actually like. I don't know what she's like. She's been in the industry since she was a child.
A strong-willed, intelligent woman. I'm sure there is not a peaceful moment in that house.
She's a black woman from Houston. I know enough. That
doesn't mean she's not. That doesn't mean that two people can't be happy together. Just because, I mean, if you're two strong and intelligent people, there is going to be discourse. It's always going to be the case, and it's going to be powerful discourse because you've got two intelligent people convincingly arguing opposite sides at the same point. So
I honestly, within my whole soul, 100% believe that Beyonce does not argue.
Yeah, and you know what?
I'm not. I feel like she made that very apparent. Like, I'm arguing for what? Like, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm gonna go ahead.
Right.
I'm gonna go about my business.
I learned a lot.
You get yourself together.
She confirmed a lot to me with that elevator video. A lot of people would have been Solange is beating the shit out of Jay Z, and Beyonce is smiling. She knows there's a camera. She doesn't see it, but she knows there is, and she's just
handle my lightweight.
Exactly.
She got her.
That tells me enough. I don't need to know anything else besides that and what she puts out into the public sphere. But I just feel bad for Beyonce. Do y'all know the story about one of her first long-term committed boyfriend? I've read this. I don't know Beyonce personally, so Beyonce, please come through and tell us the true story behind this. But apparently, the story goes that she was in a committed relationship. They had were having a good time. This was back when she was in Destiny's Child, before Destiny's Child was Destiny's Child. And she really wanted to commit long term because that's what she does. She's that kind of woman. And this dude, this idiot, I'm not feeling it, And this dude suggested they go on break. And during that break is when Destiny's Child first blew up and she met Jay Z. And I'm sure
I can't fault that.
I'm sure he's sitting there right now. Every waking moment is pain and torture for this man.
He made an intelligent decision. I can't fault him for that.
I disagree.
Listen, you think that she's the finest thing on this earth, and I get that. I think that clouds your judgment.
Yeah.
Remember, she was also, how old were they with Destiny's Child? 16, 17?
Yeah, they were in their teens.
That's too much. So for him to have actually, as a 16, 17-year-old man, say, or child, whichever you want to choose, say, listen, I can't really say that this is what I want for sure. And he stepped away. I was an intelligent decision. I could imagine if you were with the person that you were with at 15 or 16, we all know how that would play out. He made an intelligent decision.
Dang it. Look at
Jasmine. And to expand upon that point too, just the notion that Beyonce, she's a wonderful person. She's a perfect person. But as busy and as focused and as strong-willed as she is, I'm willing to guarantee that being her husband is no picnic. No picnic whatsoever. Which is not to say that we should avoid strong women. Strong women are amazing. I'm attracted to strong women. I'm driven by strong women. But you have to work at maintaining that relationship.
And at 16, 17, traveling with your girlfriend.
Exactly. That not every man. Not every man, as much as they think they would love to be with Beyonce, is prepared for that role. You know what I mean?
Man would
Not
he would have
not
had to
every
drop out of high school.
not every man is cut out for that.
Listen, I'm gonna just put it to you straight.
He would have did it. He would
I
have
don't care what Beyonce's doing. And let me not joke about that. I don't care if I'm walking home and Beyonce is taking my wallet out of my give me the cash. You know, yes, ma'am. You know, go sit in your room. Yes, I'll be in there shortly. Like, okay. I know that's horrible, and I know that's borderline fetishization, and but it's Beyonce. You know what I mean?
She's your personal angel.
But
Not
you know
really,
what?
yeah,
You know what really just really puts me over the top with Beyonce is how much she reps Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I respect, and that's what we do. You know, I respect people who know where they're from and true to where they're back, to where they've been.
And I appreciate that she doesn't feel the need to always announce it,
Right?
because people want her to be that person. You know, that always
713.
Yeah, like
Doesn't
they
have to be
want
like
her
that.
to be that.
But she
and
does it
doesn't
in
have
ways
to.
like
She does
she
it in
wears
subtle-
she wears the Harden Rockets jersey.
Right.
She puts Houston, Texas baby and Who Run the World Girls and countdown Houston Rocket. You know what I'm saying?
She was serving food after the hurricane.
Exactly.
Georgia
She's a
Rumble
real
episode.
Houstonian.
She didn't post it on Twitter and say, I'm on my way to Houston and go give him food. She didn't feel the need to do that.
And so just because she doesn't announce it, I would safely say most people who know Beyonce know she's from Houston. So here's my question. I don't think that this is a change of subject here. I don't think that people who know Riff Raff, and Riff Raff, the GOAT rapper of all time, joking. I don't think people know that Riff Raff from Houston. So my question is do you consider Riff Raff a Houstonian rapper, like a Houston rapper?
I know of one listener who will vehemently hit the pause button and will be done listening to the podcast as of right now. And I want to apologize to that
Are
listener.
they not a Riff Raff fan?
We'll get into that after the podcast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Riff Raff is most assuredly a Houston rapper and of the Houston scene.
Y'all do know he started on G's, from G's to
and
Gents.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I've seen
And I
him.
remember.
Without
Didn't he
question.
have like Jolly Ranchers at the end of his braids? Something like
Yeah,
that?
I remember. We all
He
remember.
was a Swisher House rapper. Like, there's no question that Riff Raff is of the Houston rap scene.
That's good.
And one of the most active for sure. I'm not gonna argue about where he ranks on Houston rappers. I definitely enjoy Riff Raff. Feel like he's underrated.
Iceberg Simpson.
I've seen people's argument against Riff Raff is like, oh, he's just saying gibberish. Yeah, but it's like boastful,
Hey, you know what?
braggadocio gibberish.
Let's talk about.
What did
let's
people
talk
say the same thing about
gibberish.
Mark Rothko? Like, oh, he's just painting rectangles. Well,
Get out.
Yeah, but they're profound and formidable. Like, what? How is that not significant? How is that not good art? I don't understand people who argue that.
I have learned to bite my tongue when it comes to he's just speaking gibberish, because I was anti-Young Thug. And I have been so apologetic about that in the past year and a half. They're like, I
took a major L on that one because I
missed it.
He's for real, bro. Because at first when I heard him, I was like, dude, this guy's trash. But boy, was I wrong.
Look at us now.
Oh my gosh, Young Thug. I think the one thing I will say about Young Thug is he puts out a lot of stuff, and it is hard to keep up sometimes. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a new Young Thug thing every 2 seconds. So
Man stays working. Can't be mad at that.
I feel like he is gonna drop a studio album that is just gonna make people go like everyone. I'm talking everyone go like, whoa, this dude's the truth.
The pettiness between him and Lil Wayne put a bad taste in my mouth initially, and then I've struggled with his delivery. It doesn't do anything for me.
That's because you haven't listened.
I don't get hype.
You heard it. You didn't listen.
But my issue with Young Thug isn't that he speaks gibberish. That's a totally different conversation.
Yeah, because he
But
doesn't.
like lyrics like Pterodactyl Dashboard, you know what I mean? That's ridiculous.
It's Riff Raff.
It's purposely
Yeah, I mean,
ridiculous.
we kind of got off topic,
and
so he's bringing us back.
That's what makes it good, is that it's craftfully ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
Like,
people don't understand that.
But
have
it
you
works
seen
for
that
him.
freestyle on Sway in the Morning where he's talking about like he said, "Oh, I could have played for the Dallas Mavericks, but they found crack in my jacket.
Yeah.
I wanted in my socks." I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go on a Riff Raff kick after this because that's for real." I feel that. Maybe that'll be the
Riff Raff
homework.
is just having fun.
Exactly. It's fun. Not all rap has to be like this dark, significant tale about human existence.
A Tale of Two Cities.
What your come up has been like. I don't think inherently that's what good hip hop has to be.
You know, you said that earlier, but you kind of disproved your own self. Earlier, we were talking about is Jaden Smith, will he ever be able to find the ability to be a inspired rapper?
Are we
yourself?
Do you want to dig into that conversation?
Yeah, we can dig into it.
Okay, so Jared and I were having a conversation about Jaden Smith's
observed.
new release, Sire. Very ambitious. For me personally, falls short for reasons that I can't quite pinpoint.
And I'm here to tell him that those reasons are and I hate to bring it down to this, but dude's Will Smith's kid, man. You're not gonna get genuinely like inspired music from a dude who's had everything handed to him.
And so I agreed with you there, and then we started talking about if to make good hip hop, and this is separate from Riff Raff, even though I think it also might apply. But to make good hip hop, whether it's like the fun poppy stuff Riff Raff does, or it's like the deep and existential stuff that Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole does, did you have to personally overcome some sort of adversity? Riff Raff came from nothing. Kendrick Lamar came from nothing. J. Cole came from nothing. So we know that they have overcome adversity.
Right.
So is it about the adversity of someone's life that makes their music good? And I think an example I gave was, we were talking about Cardi B, and I was talking about how technically speaking, Cardi B or let's assume for a second that Willow Smith was capable of delivering the track Bodak Yellow with the same effectiveness, hip hop speaking, as Cardi B. Would it have gotten as much recognition?
No.
My knee-jerk reaction as well is no, because I'm like, this girl's, she's like 17, 16, 17?
She's never been a stripper.
She's like, while it may be technically true that she has decided not to dance and that she makes money moves because her parents give her $1 million allowance,
I doubt it.
It's nothing really to brag about. You know what I mean?
But more than that, here's a key thing about that line, and that's my favorite line in the song. Cardi B says, what's the exact lyric? I believe it's, I don't dance now, right? Which implies I used to have to dance. Yeah. I don't dance now. I make money moves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to dance. I make money moves. It's the come up. It's about it's like the American story. People want to hear about success. Just face it.
But even songs that by artists, so even songs that don't talk about success. So another example I gave in the conversation we were having was Love Lockdown. Let's imagine for a second Jaden Smith released that track. It's if you listen, if you
Jasmine come back. Jasmine left. Jasmine has left the podcast.
We're just having a thought.
Go ahead.
Are you capable of having this conversation?
She just maybe.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
So, imagine Jaden Smith released that track. Now, if you listen to Sire, it's well within his realm of creative, capability to release that track. But if he did, we would not be calling him a hip-hop visionary. Not even close. But because Kanye West did it, and because the context of his life at the time was that he had lost his mother, he had broken up with his longtime girlfriend, he was experiencing all of this adversity, that's what made the song good, I feel like.
That's
what pushed it to that. And I'm talking about those tracks that are just like timeless classics. I think that's what made that track, and honestly, that album, one of those timeless hip hop classics.
Yeah, I think hip hop more than a lot of genre is all about narrative, and what's behind it. Because hip hop,
whether the song includes their narrative or not, right?
So,
yeah, it's very fascinating. How
going back from the beginning of time, hip hop is a lot about talking about what is happening to you and what you're doing about it and your daily experiences. It's large storytelling is a part of hip hop. Personal storytelling is a part of hip hop.
But even for artists who don't include the personal storytelling,
right.
Riff Raff, for example. If Jaden Smith put out a Riff Raff track, something also that I think he's perfectly capable of doing, he could copy and paste any unreleased Riff Raff track, release it, and we would be like, yeah, Jaden Smith made that. I have no problem believing that. We wouldn't bat an eyelash. But Riff Raff drops a track, us included, and his hardcore fans are all over it because it's Riff Raff.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely about just being. You have to be true to yourself, but people want yourself to feel relatable. I think.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Right. And so I don't even necessarily feel like it has to, like, in your narrative, you being true to yourself has to necessarily include like I came from absolutely nothing. Because his mom was a professor, you know what I mean? But he came from and struggle and adversity. People told him you'll never do this, and he accomplished what and I feel everyone can relate to that. Like, even Jasmine's faced adversity and, it's come through just in her daily life and just told people off because that's just what that feels good. Jaden Smith, my problem is I don't think there's few people on earth who can relate to Jaden Smith. Justin Bieber can, Selena Gomez can, not too many people outside. I'm sure rich kids love Jaden Smith, and I don't mean to sound like class divisive, but that's what I think. A lot of it comes down to that, like.
Was Justin Bieber like top 1%?
No, Justin Bieber was a top 1%
YouTube artist,
but he's been rich the entirety of his adolescence.
He was like 8 or 9.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He didn't grow up like you and I grew up. So I think more so, I don't necessarily need my hip hop artists to have been poor I need them to be true to themselves and that true self to be relatable. Macklemore is true to himself. Macklemore faced adversity. I think a big part of why there was backlash to Macklemore is, yes, he's white, but also his relatability. You know what I'm saying? People felt like, I don't know. You're right. I think that this deserves more than just a 5-minute discussion at the end of a podcast. But I feel like I don't have all the answers. I'm just going off of what I personally feel. I mean, are you at the same place or?
I still don't understand. I mean, this isn't like a debate. It's more of just trying to dissect what that thing is that makes good hip hop. Like, I agree with you. I don't need rappers to come from like, the projects,
right.
Ketchup sandwiches. I don't always need that for it to be good hip hop. But as long as you're true to yourself and that self is relatable. And I question the relatable part because I feel like there are a lot of experiences that good rappers have had that aren't relatable to a lot of people, and hip hop heads still love it. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm really trying to figure that out because I feel like it's just lazy to say, yeah, Sire was bad. That's not true.
Yeah.
The production value is fire. His lyrics need work. His content needs work. But other than that, I think it was an okay album. I don't know what it is that he needs or that his work is missing to make it that palatable, good, classic hip hop. And I feel like he has all the potential to do that because of, the
that's what it is.
The stock he comes from.
What'd you say?
He's missing the hunger.
I agree. That's what it is. The hunger
is there. Like, everything is there. He just is not. The hunger is not there.
Jasmine says like 2 words, but she says the right words. So there's certain points in artists' life where you could tell something changed. Like, Kanye West was
808s, life changing.
Right, was amazing. But then there was 808s, Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus. It went more from just like, I can make good music to like, I will make good music.
I have a specific,
and everyone knew it. Yeah. There's on a much smaller scale. There's an odd future rapper. His name's Domo Genesis, who had good bars, good spit, and everything felt. But it wasn't anything that made you like sit up and go, what the fuck? I mean, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Domo Genesis, I think it was Rusty, was it? On one of Tyler's products. You could tell he was hungry. He came in spitting. And Jasmine's right. A lot of rappers, you don't hear the hunger. I don't hear the hunger in Macklemore. I haven't heard it in Jaden Smith. I
agree.
But when you hear it, you're going to sit up and go,
okay.
Oh, that's it. Kendrick, from the beginning, you knew Kendrick.
He's trying to eat.
Right. He knew who he was and what he needed and what he was trying to make you feel about him. Maybe that's what it is.
Rigor Mortis was
the
first song where I was like, oh.
I think much like that, our podcast, we're feeling the hunger. I feel like. Hopefully you can relate to us. It's our 2nd episode and we plan to do this more, but I feel like the come up is coming, you know what I'm saying? Just in our production quality,
our Yeezus is going to drop.
Exactly. This is what is it? It's late registration and then
graduation.
Well, but before that, it was college dropout.
College dropout.
We had college dropout. This is late registration. We're gonna give you graduation, but 808s, Jesus, and Dark Fantasy is coming. I hope y'all stay tuned. We're gonna get a final word in from everybody. My final word is, like I did last time, is who I'm praying for. Last time I was talking about OJ and how he, we need to help him because the brother,
Yeah, he had just got out.
He's just getting out. This time it's more of an uplifting prayer. We're gonna send prayers up for Bob Mueller, Bob Moscow Mueller, my boy up in Washington D.C. That hopefully, special investigator. For those who don't know, who's personally tasked to find. His official agenda is to find Russian, meddling in the campaign. But we all know he's there to take out Trump. Yeah. Hopefully, next podcast we'll be able to have some congratulatory news for everybody involved. But that's who I'm praying for. I hope y'all join me helping my man Mueller. If you see Mueller, pat him on the back for me. Any final words from you, Chance?
I don't think I have anything this episode. I wanted to shout out Elon, and I think that's the only thought I had.
Okay.
Jasmine, we'll let you. What's up?
Let's see. Let's shout out the glow up. The glow up process. However you glow, keep glowing. Do you?
I feel that. Jasmine's in her own personal, I'd say, I don't even know how long.
Renaissance?
Jasmine is just, I said this the other day, every time I see her, I just get a smile on my face. Like, let's all strive to glow like Jasmine. So I appreciate everybody listening. This has been fun. Hopefully we'll see you quicker than 2 months than we did last time. And thanks for listening to Black Weekend.